Dear friends, in this lesson we will see the 5th of the 12 golden rules of running a business, the perfect rhythm of development. When we talk about driving a car, we all know that a driver without a sense of rhythm will make the people in the car feel very uncomfortable. Similarly, running a business also requires good control of the rhythm. In the beginning, it may take a lot of effort to promote your team, sales, and products. But once these factors get into gear, the business will come up. Warren Buffett has a famous saying, "Life is like a snowball." The most important thing is to discover the wet snow and the long hillside. This theory tells us to find a slope long enough to allow the snowball to have enough potential energy to accumulate kinetic energy. It may start as a tiny snowball, but as the ramp lengthens, the snowball will get bigger. So we must learn to control the pace, slowly at first and then fast. It seems simple, but what should we do? And what preparations should we make when it is slow? When it should be faster? What means should be used to speed it up? Only with the right rhythm can our business grow like a snowball. The company's growth process is like a flywheel, which goes from static to rapidly rotating. In this process, we need to apply force to the flywheel in different ways and at different times. When it accumulates enough kinetic energy, it will roll relatively easily. The force needed to maintain its rotation will be greatly reduced. So it is difficult to form a trend, but once it is done, it will also be difficult to change. The same phenomenon occurs in the stock market. In a bear market, the process of bottoming out is very difficult. Even if there is good news or big gains, the stock price may not be able to rise. However, once a trend begins to form and slowly rolls over, the price will rise faster and may eventually reach crazy levels. Therefore, slow first and then fast is the rhythm of healthy development, which is in line with the law of development of things. So, in the initial stages, a company needs to hone a good prototype and then expand. Meanwhile, several ways of growing are unhealthy. The first one is very large fluctuations in rise and fall. This kind of company keeps fluctuating between peaks and troughs, but after some time, it finds that it is still in the same place. The second one is debut as the peak. This kind of company starts too fast, and the tone is too high, which may lead to a long process of decline later. This company has not experienced a growth process and has not accumulated the necessary survival experience. The third one, which is also the most common situation we encounter in the business process, is that development is unsustainable and stagnates after a period of growth. Today we mainly bring you ways to solve the third common difficulty. As the flywheel continues to rotate, it needs to be constantly powered. However, flywheel deceleration means that the continuous external force is gone. At this time, one effective solution is to get more external powers besides our own or create new businesses to sustain growth. Because under certain circumstances, the growth of a high-level old business is more difficult than the growth of a new business in a new field. In the following chapters, we will describe in detail where to find external power to use. The specific expansion method will also be discussed in the next chapter. Today, we only talk about the effects of external forces on the growth rhythm. Take Alibaba as an example. In its early days, it was a B2B foreign trade platform that specifically connected Chinese manufacturers and foreign wholesalers. The snowball was very difficult to roll at first because people didn't believe in Jack Ma's plan. He wanted to change the consumption habits of China and the world. In 10 years, he used external resources to obtain 3 rounds of financing from world-class investment companies. After several years of persistence and unremitting efforts, he successfully built the Alibaba platform, which facilitated wholesalers outside China to purchase goods directly from Chinese manufacturers by eliminating the middleman. However, the B2B foreign trade platform has a ceiling, so Alibaba needs to find new growth points. Jack Ma began to brew a second flywheel, that is, using the power of the first flywheel and lots of external forces to pull the second flywheel, which is a B2C online shopping platform similar to eBay but just in China. The name of this platform is Taobao, which means looking for treasures. This strategy was successful and completely changed the consumption habits of the entire Chinese population from visiting physical stores to purchasing online. Today, Taobao's single-day sales can reach $60 billion. Yes, you heard that number correctly. In the initial stage, rolling out such a huge volume is indeed quite tough. It has to solve the problems of authenticity, financial payment, customer trust, and consumer network contact. As Taobao's scale continues to expand, Alibaba's e-commerce platform and Taobao's e-commerce platform together provide a broader battlefield for the entire financial payment field. Subsequently, Alibaba launched the third flywheel to build a third platform, namely Alipay, with payment functions similar to PayPal, especially for the Chinese market. Since then, Alibaba has also launched projects such as cloud computing and Sinow logistics. Each stage has maintained a good pace of development, and each flywheel has experienced continuous growth from slow to fast. New businesses and new flywheels continue to bring impetus to old businesses and old flywheels and bring new growth points to the company. Entrepreneurs need to control the development rhythm to know when and what measures need to be taken to maintain growth. Growth is an important topic that we will continue to cover in detail later. Only in this way can the healthy development of a company be achieved. Okay, that's the logic of the rhythm of development. Please follow me to the next section.